distinguished guests, respective dignitaries, representatives from industry, government, development partner, academia, and colleagues from Ethiopia and India. On the behalf of the organizers, I warmly welcome to you all the SMEP Green Tannery Initiative workshop on achieving sustainable development in laser manufacturing in Africa, being held at the Skylight Hotel, Addis Ababa. This workshop marks the completion of SMEP Green Tannery Initiative and provides an opportunity to reflect on project outcome, cleaner laser manufacturing pathways, policy needs, sustainability, priorities, and regional adoption. I invite dignitaries to come to dais. To being in the inauguration session 1, I requested Mr. Zulfikar Abajahad, manager of LLP IRDC, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Please.
Your Excellency, Mr. Tarak Mbulta, State Minister, Minister of Industry, and our Chief Guest, Your Excellency, Mr. Ani Kumar Ray, Ambassador of India to Ethiopia, our guest of honor, Your Excellency, Mr. Sleshi Lema, Deputy Director General, Manufacturing Industry Development Institute, distinguished representatives from government institutions, esteemed industry leaders, development partners, respected colleagues from CLRI and LRBIDC, Executive Director, Mr. Nicholas from ALPI, Dr. Shetu, Director General, Addis Ababa EPA. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a very welcome to you all. It's a great privilege and a distinct honor to address this distinguished gathering today. We meet at a defining moment when sustainability is no longer an optional luxury, but a core imperative for the future competitiveness, resilience, and survival for the global laser industry. Today's workshop, convened under the pivotal theme, Achieving Sustainable Development in Leather Manufacturing, reflects our collective determination to transform this vital sector through targeted innovation, strategic collaboration, and responsible industrial growth. Backed by an immense raw material base, the Ethiopian laser sector serves as a cornerstone of our national economy, driving economic growth, creating extensive employment, and spearheading import substitution. However, as our comprehensive laser value chain analysis reveals, environmental sustainability remains one of the most critical challenges threatening the sector's long-term viability. To address this environmental pressure head-on, the Laser Industry Development Research Center is spearheading a variety of cutting-edge technological interventions. Central to these efforts is the implementation of cleaner production technologies. These interventions are designed to mitigate environmental impact while simultaneously elevating Ethiopia's lasers and laser products to be environmentally responsible and highly competitive in the global stage. To ensure these technologies are successfully adopted, our research center has forged powerful alliances with internationally renowned laser-specific research institutions. Today, this workshop bridges the entire laser manufacturing ecosystem, bringing together the industry leaders driving production and investment, researchers advancing scientific and technological solutions, the policymakers shaping our regulatory frameworks, and the development partners fueling inclusive transformation. A premium example of this collaborative drive is the Sustainable Manufacturing and Environmental Pollution SMEP project, specifically our Green Tannery initiative. This landmark initiative, led collaboratively by India's CLRI and our institution, the Laser Industry Research and Development Center, alongside strategic partners including the UK's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, UN Trade and Development, UNTAD, and South-South North, clearly demonstrates that a green industrial transformation is both achievable and scalable. Through the Green Tannery initiative, we are witnessing a profound shift in direction. We have moved entirely beyond conventional reactive pollution management toward a proactive circular economy approach. The strategy prioritizes cleaner production, resource efficiency, and waste valorization, turning waste into value. Specifically, this project aims to drastically reduce environmental pollution by two perspectives. One, introducing enzymatic annealing as a cleaner, eco-friendly alternative to traditional sulfide-based process. Second, developing robust technologies to utilize and repurpose the solid wastes generated during manufacturing. Crucially, this initiative is not just about isolated pilot achievements. A core objective of today's workshop and our upcoming panel discussions is to chart practical, actionable pathways to scale and replicate these successful interventions across Ethiopia and the wider African laser industry. By transitioning from traditional processing systems to sustainable circular manufacturing practices, we prove the environmental stewardship and industrial growth can progress hand in hand. Let this workshop serve as a dynamic platform to strengthen our partnership, align our strategic priorities, and exchange practical expertise. I highly encourage all of you to actively engage in today's discussions. Let us share our insights to scale up these solutions and specifically align them to support the ongoing development of the Mojo Laser Industrial Cluster Development Project. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, your deep expertise, and your shared vision for a sustainable future. Once again, I warmly welcome you all, and I look forward to a highly productive, solution-oriented, and impactful deliberations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zulfikar, for your welcome remarks. Now I invite Mr. Slashi Lamma, Deputy Director General, MIDI, to kindly deliver your keynote remarks.
Your Excellency, Mr. Tarakany Bululta, State Minister of the Ministry of Industry, Your Excellency, Mr. Anil Kumar, Ambassador of India to Ethiopia, distinguished representative from government ministries, environmental and regulatory bodies, distinguished development partners, Romalpi, Nicholas, Yinido, Yasin, and Wandu, and others, colleagues from CSR, CLRI, the Laser Research Development Center, UNCTAD, South North, and the SMEP program, Tannery owners, Association President, Mr. Zalalam, industry partners, academicians, researchers, to all our participants present physically here in this room, and to our global audience joining us online, including our esteemed colleagues virtually from India, regional East and South Africa nations, and other global partners, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to you all. On behalf of the Manufacturing Industry Development Institutes and our specialized wing, the Laser Research Development Center, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to this landmark workshop marking the completion of the SMB Green Tannery Initiative. As we have clearly indicated in our industrial roadmap, the Manufacturing Industry Development Institute's primary mandate remains the transformation of our domestic process capabilities into globally competitive, highly efficient sectors. The laser value chain stands at the forefront of this mission. Nevertheless, long-term industrialization cannot be uncoupled from environmental stewardship. If we are to capture premium global market and achieve true economic transformation, sustainable manufacturing must transit from an operational alternative to our baseline operating standards. In that context, this workshop is a pivotal milestone. It allows us to take stock of the profound technical milestone achieved over the course of the project and serve us for the coming task ahead of us. Through intensive cross-continental collaborations, this initiative has aggressively targeted the two most pressing ecological challenges in the conventional tanning, that is chemical pollution loads and the solid waste management. As the Manufacturing Industry Development Institute, we are highly encouraged by the industrial scale demonstration of enzymatic adhering, replacing harsh sulfide-based processing with cleaner biochemical options directly matches our goals to protect workers, optimize factory efficiency, and drop chemical oxygen demand in industrial effluent. Equally vital is the circular breakthrough in solid waste utilization, turning hazardous hair and fleshing waste into commercially viable agricultural supplements and biofertilizers proves that environmental compliance can actively generate new revenue streams. Moving forward, our critical priority is scaling up such initiatives. The technical blueprints, environmental data, and field trial results generated through this collaboration will serve as the technical backbone for our flagship national projects known as the development of the Mojo Laser City Industrial Cluster, which currently is progressing well in the right track. I want to extend my deepest appreciation to our partners, CSIR, CLRI, for their unparalleled technical expertise, to the Laser and Laser Product Industry Research Development Center for their rigorous coordination, and to the UK, FIDO, UNCTAD, and South North for anchoring this initiative. We are honored today by the presence of our guest of honors, His Excellency Ambassador Anil Kumar, and our Chief Guest State Minister, Tannery Bululta. Their leadership highlights the deep institutional weight our respective governments place on sustainable industrialization. I urge all participants, both physically present here in Addis Ababa and connected with us virtually across India and Africa, to actively engage in today's policy and technical dialogues. Let us utilize this proven innovation to build a cleaner, richer, and more resilient future for African laser manufacturing. And I wish a very productive deliberations per the program schedule, and I thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Slashi Dhamma, for your valuable keynote address. It's now my privilege to invite His Excellency Anil Kumar, Ambassador of India to Ethiopia, to kindly deliver the guest of honor address. Please.
Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Tannery Bululta, State Minister of Industry, distinguished representatives of UK FCDO, UNIDO, MIDI, LLPIRDC, Mr. Zulfikar, Mr. Robbie Redda from South North, esteemed partners, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, salam and namaskar to all of you. It is a great privilege for me to speak today at this forum where we are going to conclude a very fruitful partnership which was initiated roughly 1.5 years back. And why such kind of partnership is important to continue. So the answer lies in the merits which all the partners are bringing to such a platform, and why Ethiopia should continue to be a lab and a launching ground for such partnership, because it is one of the fastest growing economy of Africa. It has one of the most educated and talented leadership. Roughly 30% of their ministers are PhD holders. So this is quite a unique coincidence that a youthful population is having such a dynamic leadership. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate His Excellency the State Minister and the government of Ethiopia for having a very successful election, which has been widely appreciated and has been termed as a role model by African Union and IGAD, who are the observers. You all are responsible for it, because in your own capacity you have given the strength to the democratic institution in Ethiopia. Coming to the point that why sustainability is important, so the short answer is that this is the continent which has the highest population growth in coming at least 4 decades. This is the continent which is going to pick up the growth. So if these two factors, high population growth and high industrial growth, so environmental degradation is the thumb rule. So how this can be arrested at the beginning and how new models can be created. Mr. Julfikar spoke about carbon credit, and Mr. Robbie also spoke about carbon credit. So why not use the established models which are available to overcome the risks which are going to come up because of population growth and high industrial development. So these are two very, very important arguments in favor of this. Finally, this is not within this very restricted setting where we are discussing. The leadership of Ethiopia has long identified that sustainability is the need for them. Otherwise, any developmental gains will get eroded because the type of damage which environment will face. And in order to address this, the Green Legacy Initiative has been issued. So you all know that you enjoy the Guinness Book of World Record for planting this number of trees, saplings. Sitting here, it looks small, but if you look at the numbers and the way it has been done by bringing every stakeholders, starting from farmers, students, we as a diplomats, foreigners, and giving responsibility to every ministry to contribute in the Green Legacy Initiative itself suggests that the leadership is making it like a social movement, so that this habit comes into us and we continue to ensure that our growth and our livelihood should not impact the environment. So this project also contributes in one way into the Green Legacy Initiative, because it is not only the planting new trees, but it also giving them the right kind of nutrition, which is important so that they have stress tolerance. Today there is lesser rainfall. So we can survive as a human beings, we can migrate from one place to the other, but the plants does not enjoy those liberties. So right kind of nutrition and water is needed, and I am very happy to note that under this program, the waste has been converted into fertilizer, and the field trials have shown exceptionally good and encouraging results. The other important thing is that, already, for 2,000, 3,000 years, we are the largest cattle rearers, we are in the leather industry, so why we should change? So that is the fundamental question. And for doing change, lot many new technologies are needed, we have to change our practices. So the short answer is that the world has started opening up, and Ethiopia, including most of the African countries today, enjoy duty-free, quota-free access to the most advanced economies, starting from North America, European Union, India, China, ASEAN countries, and also Latin America. So these are the countries where the population are either stabilized or the buyer have a very deep sense for the product what he is trying to consume, and leather continues to be among the luxury products. So if there are certifications that it is chemical free, it has created this number of positive carbon credits, it has not used these kind of harsh practices, the waste has also been converted into useful products. So the labeling and the branding enhances, and this is how you are going to enjoy the pricing. For example, suppose I take an Anjira Shiro in Skylight Hotel, it will cost me 2,000 bir. But if I take roadside, it will cost me 200 bits. So why this difference is? So the difference is because the things has been branded in a different way. And the ROI, return on investment on Anjira, which is sold in Skylight Hotel, will be much, much higher than what it is sold on the roadside. So as a country, as an economy, If this kind of nuances are introduced into their plans, then I believe that only sky is the limit for Ethiopia and for Africa. Now, coming to the other important thing is that, okay, these organizations has come up, they have shown that yes, it is useful, but the next question is that how to increase this pilot into industrial scale. So I was having a discussion with Mr. Robbie. So the point which he was mentioning is that the money which is supposed to come from Western donors is falling, and it is a reality. So how we can able to cope up with this? So the way I see is that we developing countries should only ask from the developed countries that you should not become the trouble for our growth. Rest of the things we will take care of. And one of the biggest example of the trouble which has originated not from any one of us is the Middle East crisis, where one country fought with other. We were neutral parties, but the fuel prices, the petrol, the crude increased from $60 to $180. Urea, ammonia, and the plastic ingredients at least 2.5, 3 times increase. And as a developing country, which is dependent on labor and which is dependent on agriculture and basic industries, these are very, very heavy inputs. Like India, Ethiopia also imports almost all of its urea and its crude, refined products from abroad. We import crude, Ethiopia imports the refined products. So we understand your pain. We understand the difficulty. So even though the economic reform process was moving in a smooth trajectory, but these kind of global shocks would have wiped out, multiple billion of dollars from the Ethiopian economy. Although it is difficult to quantify, but if it is quantified, it will be much, much higher than what we all are in a position to see. So, every project has to look to the global shocks, because the global shocks are bound to increase in its intensity and frequency. So how we can able to isolate ourselves and how we can generate revenues from other sources, including like today Ethiopia is still classified under the least among the lower mid-income countries. So you are entitled for some concessional loans from World Bank. So why don't look at all the options, going directly to the donors, going for increasing our own domestic mobilization of resources, and going to those kind of financial institutions which can able to contribute in a meaningful way in the development story of Ethiopia. And with this, I would also like to mention that this year, Ethiopia also become the borrowing member of New Development Bank. And this is a great achievement for a country like Ethiopia. It is for the first time that any country which is undergoing IMF restructuring process has been given the membership of New Development Bank. So this credit goes to the vision of the leadership. The credit goes to the type of resilience which this country has shown. And I feel that a New Development Bank can also become a source for mobilizing loans on market terms, provided the South-South-North, CLRI, MIDI, and the leather processing industries can come up with a project which addresses all the issues for a financer, which quantifies the type of social and economic benefit, employment, and skill development of youths which can take up, and show a trajectory which is not only profitable but also sustainable in long run. With this, I would like to conclude and thank all of you for your hard work and your dedication to make this whole process successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your presence and inspiring address. I now requested His Excellency Tarraqain Bululta, State Minister, Ministry of Industry, Ethiopia, to kindly deliver the Chief Guest address.
እንዴት አደራችሁ? Good morning. Distinguished Ambassador of India to Ethiopia and a permanent representative to the African Union, His Excellency Shari Ani Kumar, His Excellency Sulashi Lemma, Deputy Director General of the Manufacturing Industry Development Institute, His Excellency Nicholas, Director General for Alpi, His Excellency Zelalem, the President of the Laser and Laser Product Association, representative of CSIR, Laser Research Development Institute, representative from UNCTAD, South North, development partner, industry leaders, researchers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I warmly say welcome to this very important gathering. It's my great pleasure to join you today at this important workshop on achieving sustainable development in laser manufacturing in Africa. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to organizer of the Sustainable Manufacturing and Environmental Pollution Green Tannery Initiative for bringing together policymakers, industry representatives, researchers, and the development partner to discuss the future of sustainable laser manufacturing on our continent. The laser sector has long been recognized as one of the Ethiopia's strategic manufacturing industries, with Africa possessing abundant livestock resources and a growing industrial base. The sector offers tremendous opportunity for value addition, job creation, export growth, and industrial transformation. However, achieving this opportunity requires that industrial growth be pursued in a manner that is environmentally sustainable, resource efficient, and globally competitive. The government of Ethiopia remains committed to transforming the manufacturing sector through modernization, technology adoption, and the productivity, which has productivity improvement and sustainable industrial development. In this regard, initiatives such as sustainable manufacturing and environmental pollution green tannery initiative are highly valuable. They demonstrate practical and scalable solutions that address some of the most pressing environmental challenges facing the laser industry. I'm particularly encouraged by the achievement reported under this project, including the successful demonstration of enzymatic and hiring technologies and innovation approaches for converting tannery waste into valuable agricultural products. This achievement illustrates how environmental responsibility can go hand in hand with industrial competitiveness and economic growth. This technology offers the potential to improve occupational safety reduce pollution loads, and lower the environmental footprint of leather manufacturing. Equally encouraging in the project work on the utilization of Tannery hire and flex. Improving occupational health and safety, and lowering greenhouse gas emissions. They also align closely with our effort to develop modern industrial ecosystems, including the Mojo Laser City as an industrial initiative which aims to become leading center for sustainable laser manufacturing in Africa and beyond. The outcome of the sustainable manufacturing and the environmental pollution Green Tannery initiative provide valuable lessons that can support the future development of Mojo Laser City and the other laser sector across Ethiopia. As we move forward, strengthening collaboration among government institutions, industry, research organization, and the development partner will be essential. Technology transfer, capacity building, investment promotion, and the knowledge sharing must continue to prioritize if we are fully realize the potential of Ethiopia laser sector. I would also like to acknowledge the excellent collaboration between CSIR and Laser Research Development Center, which has contributed significantly not only to this project, but also to the successful preparation of the feasibility support for the Mojo Laser City. The technical insight generated through this collaboration continue to support our effort as we move toward implementation of this important initiative. I'm pleased to note that today's program, including dedicated session on policy dialogue, project learning, and the regional dissemination. These discussions are extremely important because the next challenge before us is not technology demonstration, but technology adoption. The ministry welcomed the policy recommendation emerging from this project and will carefully review them for possible adoption and implementation to support wider uptake of cleaner technology within the Ethiopia laser sector. The lessons emerging from this project are relevant not only for Ethiopia, but also for other African countries. As Africa continues its journey toward this industrialization, we have unique opportunity to build manufacturing sector that are productive, competitive, and environmentally sustainable from the outset. The Green Tannery initiative serves as an excellent example of how innovation, partnership, and the South-South cooperation can contribute this vision. Again, I would like to commend the all partner CSIR Center, UK FCDO for the funding this very important program, UNCTAD, South-South North, and all project partners for their dedication and the contribution to advancing sustainable manufacturing practices in Ethiopia and across Africa. I'm confident that the discussion and knowledge sharing during this workshop will contribute significantly to shaping a greener, more competitive, and a more resilient leather industry for future. I wish the workshop every success and look forward to seeing the outcome translated into the wider industrial adoption for the benefit of Ethiopia and Africa. I thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your valuable address and support to provide the broader perspective of SMEP program and its relevant to sustainable manufacturing. Now, I invite Mr. Robi Redda, Director for South North, to present the SMEP overview.
Thank you very much. I wonder whether it's fair to the dignitaries, because it's going to be a presentation. So, so you can, yeah, okay. So I think, oh, and then this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you very much. Dear Excellency Tareq Bululta, State Minister for Industry, His Excellency Anil Kumar Rai, Ambassador of India to Ethiopia, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'll provide, my name is Robi Redda, and the Director of South North, and the team lead for the SMEP program globally. And I would like to give an overview of the SMEP program with a bit of focus on the Ethiopia project. But my colleagues who've done the work actually, Dr. Matan and others will delve into the Ethiopia program. This was a great partnership. I'd like to thank all that have participated in this program. But, you know, of all, I would also like to thank the industries, the manufacturing industries that participated in this program. That gives valuable input into demonstrating, you know, whether these cleaner technologies work and can be replicated. So there's private sector industries that had a belief in this intervention and piloted it. So I would like to thank you. So SMEP has been, is a program of FCDO, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office of the UK government. It's with technical partnership of UNCTAD, that it was implemented with technical partnership of UNCTAD. And then there's a program management agent, Pegasus International and South North. The Pegasus is not mentioned, but they hold the contract with FCDO. In general, it was around a £24.8 million UK international development funding, a big share of which went into seeking practical solutions for industrial interventions, pollution reduction. Its manufacturing sector was focused on environmental pollution and health-related impacts associated to pollution. Sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia was the focus. It was conceived in 2018 and was running from 2019 to, and will end, unfortunately, in October 2026. It started off with a comprehensive baseline to understand which sectors were important for intervention, it was building on an initial study that was done by the Stockholm Environmental Institute and UNCTAD FC. But there was a lot more detail into, baseline work study into, which sectors are important in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia, and what sort of interventions are important. This is our impact. FCDO is quite, would like us to demonstrate our impact. And this is some of the impacts we have. That barcode works if you take a picture and it will take you to some of these. But you can see, and I'll wait for a bit, what sort of, the amount of plastic avoided, greenhouse gas in terms of ton of carbon dioxide equivalent emission avoided, and other impacts that have resulted as a result of the program. In terms of footprint country-wise, we've worked in Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Of course, different. And Ethiopia was one of the very successful. This is better. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sounds like it. And Ethiopia was one of the very successful interventions we had. And in South Asia, it was Bangladesh, Nepal, and Pakistan. And the sectors that we focused on were plastic pollution, organic waste and water, use lead acid batteries, particularly in South Asia and Bangladesh, other countries, textile and apparel, and tanneries and leather. And the work we do in Ethiopia, Bangladesh, quite focused, and Pakistan focused on leather. In terms of the SMEP Tannery solution, it focused on capacity building for environmental and social safeguards. This is based on work we did in leather clusters, similar to what would the Mojo leather industry center in Bangladesh, innovative approaches to waste valorization, as was done in Ethiopia, biotechnology, reducing chemical use in tanning, and around traceability from height to final products. And as I said, it was done in Ethiopia, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, our work in the pilot sector. But overall, it's 27 pilot projects across these 5 sectors. In Ethiopia, the green, as you well know, the Green Tannery Initiative was our program, and it focused on enzymatic and herring and sustainable waste utilization in the Ethiopian tannery sector. Of course, why tanneries and why Ethiopia? But this would be preaching to the I forgot the term, but it's preaching to it's telling it to those who know. So I wouldn't get into the details of this, and it's like you said, Excellency, the Ambassador. This was a short project, 1.5 years, but it was quite impressive in how this has been managed by CSIR, CLRI, in the sense that we've managed to hit all milestones of what was anticipated, to set up a pilot plant on short notice. And this is at the Leather Institute, at the Leather and Leather Product Center, a research center. And this is a pilot facility where where the conversion, enzymatic process and the conversion of hair to fertilizer and so forth is conducted. And this was done on short notice, to my surprise, and to the success of the intervention. From then on, there were a number of things achieved as well, and showcasing this work. So that's, and Matan, I'm sure, will go into the details of that, including how well the fertilizers and other inputs are coming out of this, are working. this is more or less it in terms of giving a highlight. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Robi, for the insightful overview. This brings the inaugural section to a close. We thank you all designators and participants for the presence and support. Now I request Mr. Slushy to hand over the memento as an appreciation and love to present and give laser products made out of SMEP project to the special guests, Mr. Tarakany and Mr. Anil Kumar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I request Mr. Zulfikar to give a memento to Ato Slashi and Mr. Robi Radda. Thank you very much. We will now proceed for the coffee break as per the program schedule and request all participants to reasonable for session 1 on technical intervention under SMEP Green Tannery Initiative. Thank you.